Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There is no guarantees of making money in the markets and it takes you a long time to become a good trader. So be smart about the way you're trading. Also, grab a free trial right now to do a brand new Master Trader Lab monthly. We're going to learn every single month. You'll be learning techniques to help you become a much better trader. Click on the first link in the description below right now. And let me share with you what I'm seeing right now, what's happening with gold in the markets. Gold right now on the short term is having a bit of a rise, right? Don't worry about my data. My data had a bit of a caca. That's a technical term, by the way. A caca. Don't mind me, guys. I just came back from the gym, so I'm getting, I'm feeling really good. So this data here, is it called a caca? So forget that data there. So what I'm looking at right now when I'm looking at gold is actually starting to get a bit of a rise, isn't it? We're getting a nice rise out of this here when we're looking at gold. So we're getting a nice rise, and we're starting to get some sort of a trend, aren't we? We really are. We're starting to get some sort of a some sort of trend in place. We're getting this nice little move up through here. We've had this sort of nice move through here. We're breaking out. Now we're starting to get a nice move up through here. So on the short term, what we're looking at right now is we're looking at that gold is rallying up, right? That's what's happening right now. And it could be forming some sort of bottoming pattern through here. Okay, but the most important part when you're looking at gold right now is that did gold just make a bottom and are we changing trend? Is the most important part is to go have a look at your weekly chart. So let's go over and have a look at our weekly charts through here. So when we're looking at our weekly chart through here, you can see that with the overall market and what's actually going on right now with the markets, you can see that firstly, if we have a look at what's going on, if I squeeze my chart up, I can see that by looking at this long-term weekly chart that we actually have this move down through here. All right, this move down through here, and so you can see this overall long-term trend line is definitely sloping down through here. We also can see what can we also see? We also see that we've actually had a big major breakout of this level through here. So it's actually getting pretty close to that level right now where we are right now in the markets there. So right about there is where the entire resistance is, and on top of all that, we have, this is the last significant low. We just made a lower low. So this could be some sort of lower high. There hasn't been a change in trend yet in the markets. There hasn't been a change in trend yet in the markets. This whole thing could be some sort of bottoming pattern before we actually explode to the upside and we break out. That could happen in the markets. But what you want to do, guys, you want to think about probabilities, and that actually hasn't happened yet in the market. So for me personally, if I'm looking to go long gold, I want to see this thing start to get up. I'd rather wait, because if this is, there's still a high probability chance that this could start to do this here. Now people say, oh, that's not going to happen, John. We don't know, right? I don't know, you don't know. What I'm talking about is for me personally, when I'm trying to trade the markets, is I'm trading probability. So for me, the probability is that I want to see this market break up and break out of this thing level through here and then come back down and give me some sort of entry. Or it might rally up and then give me a bit of sideways movement and then give me a nice entry trade on the daily chart. It might be something like that, and then a nice breakout, and then I'll get on something like that. But again, I need to have my setup there and so on and so forth. But I would rather wait for something like that to say now there's a much more high probability that this was a bottom in the markets. I don't care about picking bottoms. All I care about is having a high probability trade. That's all I care about. And picking bottoms is never a high probability trade. Okay, and we see all of that throughout 2018 through with the cryptocurrencies. People try to do that. Then that weekly chart, right? If you saw Bitcoin, what did Bitcoin do? And I'll talk about Bitcoin in a minute, but Bitcoin just kept rising, right? And then kept getting hammered big time. So right now, for me personally, I want a strong probability. If I want to start to put some good coin into this, into gold, I want to start to see gold start to bottom out and start to get back above these lines through here to show me that this was just a bit of a fake out to the downside, and now we're changing trend. I would rather miss out on this here. I would rather miss out on this bit through here and wait for the market to tell me that it's changing. And then once it actually does do that, and then capitalize on this here. I would, right now we have a very high probability chance that this is going to happen. I want to be in a situation where we have a very high probability chance that this is going to happen based on what the charts are telling me, nothing else, what the market's telling me, because I have no idea, you have no idea what's going to happen, right? So we can never try and predict the market. And right now, this still could be some sort of lower high in the markets because we had a big rally back down and a rally back up. We're still on the underlying direction of this trend through here, and we created a lower low. So remember, that lower low is an indication that we're getting a change in trend. Let me go over and share with you exactly, I'll share with you exactly this exact same thing on the transports. What do we get through here? The lower low, this lower low, then followed by a lower high, and then the market sold off. This lower low is a warning sign to be careful about trying to go short or trying to buy this market right now. We may get a bit of a rally, but that lower low tells me that the buyers are no longer raising their prices. Raising their prices, lowering their prices, which means buyers are not low. All we need now for a change in trend, right, is a lower high, rallied up, and then rallied back down. So for me personally, by looking at gold right now, it definitely hasn't changed. It definitely hasn't changed that trend. So yes, on the short term, we're getting a little bit of a rise through here, and it may continue up. Short term, obviously you can have a short term trading system and so on and so forth. But for me, looking for a bit more of an investing position, I mean, I'm looking for something to hold on for a couple of years or so. I want to see that weekly chart turn around. I want to see that weekly trend turn around because I always want to be trading with that weekly trend. The weekly trend is key. As you know, the trading is not an easy thing, right? There's so many areas you need to know in order to become a really, really good trader. You've got the foundations, you've got the chart reading techniques, you've got the trading systems, and also you've got the mindset and so much more that goes into becoming what I call a master trader. So I've created a program called the Master Trader Lab Monthly, where every single month I'm going to be releasing brand new trainings and help you understand all of the foundations, the chart reading strategies, the mindset techniques, everything that goes into becoming a really, really good trader. And now I'm giving away a free trial right now for the grand opening, and also I'm giving you a kickstart bonus package as well, the foundation to a successful trader, the chart reading techniques and the advanced chart reading techniques, millionaire trader mindset, and a bonus package as well too. This is for the grand opening of the Master Trader Lab Monthly. Click on the very first link in the description below right now to claim your free trial right now.